Welcome, friends. It is I, Lost Scarf here, and it's a birthday vlog. And this is gonna be a different kind of vlog here. The way this vlog is gonna go, it's just gonna don't need to talk about the channel. Talk about the channel next week. It's my birthday, so it's time for reflection. And so we're gonna start out low, and we're gonna try to climb up, and we'll see if we succeed there or not. But as far as the comments go, hold off until the end. Don't need to comment until the end there. If you comment beforehand, you won't get the whole picture of what's going on here. It's time for reflection. It's a birthday. It's time to reflect and think about things and where I am. It is my 30th birthday. I don't know if you guys thought I was older or younger or what. There's still some people who think I'm whatever age lower. I usually don't get thought of as older, and that's usually because Asians age weird. So, like, we just look young for a long time, then we just looked really old at some point. That's usually how Asians work out. But I'm 30, and I feel like I want to just do this poem here. This is a poem that the only part that anyone really cares about is the first part, but you read the whole thing. And it's the poem Solitude. Laugh and the world laughs with you. Weep and you weep alone. For the sad old earth must borrow its mirth, but has trouble enough of its own. Sing and the hills will answer, sigh, it is lost on the air. The echoes bound to a joyful sound, but shrink from voicing care. Rejoice and men will seek you, grieve and they will turn and go. They want full measure of all your pleasure, but they do not need your woe. Be glad, and your friends are many. Be sad, and you lose them all. There are none to decline your nectared wine, but alone you must drink life's gall. Feast, and your halls are crowded. Fast, and the world goes by. Succeed and give, and it helps you live, but no man can help you die. There is room in the halls of pleasure for a large and lordly train, but one by one we must all file on through the narrow aisles of pain. And that is why I'm not sure about doing this vlog the way I want to do it, because nobody likes a downer. Nobody likes a downer. That is essentially what Solitude is, this poem. Nobody likes a downer. Laugh and the world laughs with you, which is why everything we do is just, supposed to be so happy and stuff like that. Blogs are usually when I'm more, not saying more real, but more, do we talk about topics here? We talk about things here. Because that is the thing. If you are a downer, nobody wants to be around you. There's people I see on the internet, all they do is just say downer things. That's all they do. That's all they do. And just, I don't want to be around them. You don't want to be around that. You can say they're a Millhouse. Like, I never found Millhouse very entertaining. He's just a pathetic character. And he's just a whiny, pathetic character. And I don't really like Millhouse. Gil, I'm talking about Simpsons, by the way, if you don't know Simpsons. Gil is a character who life just keeps kicking him down, and he keeps trying. He's pathetic, but he keeps trying. That's why I think people like Gil, though he's kind of a Millhouse because bad things happen to him, but he doesn't let it stop him. And I think that's kind of the reason why people like Gil is because he just keeps trying. We all keep trying, I feel, for the most part. But, depression kicks in, and it just kicks you down, and you stay down for a very long time. And sometimes you try to do better. I think that's just how it is. And this whole thing, this is why we're going to start out low, is I'm not happy with where I'm at. Reflecting, 30 years. I'm 30 years old. Where did I want to be when I was 30 is not where I am. And I'm supposed to just recognize that and be okay with that. I'm not. I don't think anyone really can be okay like that. You can... Maybe some people are okay. I'm not okay with it. I think that's my problem. I've been wondering how I wanted to talk about this because I've been thinking about it for like a month, how I want to do this, because I knew I was going to want to reflect on my birthday and share that. Just to be, what's the word? Just so it's interesting. I suppose that's the way to go about it. I got a call from New Jersey. What the fudge? Okay. Um, and the thing is, I'm gonna probably temper how depressed I probably really feel right now. Um, just so I don't drive everyone away. Because that's the thing is, I don't want to drive everyone away because I feel the thing is, we all have these moments, or some of us, it's months, it's days or months or even years of just depression. And I want to reach those people, and I don't want them to just turn away from the beginning because of the things I want to say here. Yeah, there's another car in the background. 10 years ago, I'm in college. Things are going right. Got my degree and everything. I'm going out. And when I get out of college, this is when Obama comes into power and the economy is absolute shit. It is complete shit because of what happened. Like, from Bush to Obama, the economy was shit. And you can use that whole metaphor of Republicans effed up the economy and then they gave it to the Democrats. And now it's Obama having to deal with that. That's that whole thing. And so during this time, I'm a biologist. Research is my field. The problem with that is there's no research money. When the economy goes to shit, there's no money to go to research because research is funded by the government. So government's got no money, research got no money. And so it's just trying to find work, competing with other people, and just was not successful for literally years. At the same time, you got student loans happening and trying to just find a job. If you have a degree, you can't be hired by retail and fast food. You're overqualified. They will not hire you. I was told this. I kept applying anyway. They said, no, we can't hire you. If we hire you, we're supposed to pay you more, so we won't hire you. Can you get that? Just, you're overqualified? There's nothing you can do. You got to pay off loans. You just want to have money. You just want to feel productive in life. And you can't work. What the hell is that about? And so it's just years of having an education and not doing anything with it. And then I finally get my big break. I get into neuroscience. And I'm finally living the dream. And it was great. And it was awesome. I was really enjoying it. Life was coming together. Was making money. Gonna just do things on my own. Had a girlfriend. Had all the things. Everything's coming together. Everything is coming together. It's coming great. Everything's coming up scarf on this. Just looking good. And then things took a turn. Things took a turn at work. I don't know what happened, but at some point, my boss just started being very abusive towards me. Everything I did wasn't good enough. He gave me crap in front of the other workers. Nothing was private with him. He made me the butt of all of his jokes with my coworkers. For some reason, I became the target for everything. I was the only guy at work. Everyone else was a girl. It was the boss, girls all over, and then me. And it was always him showing off to them for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why it just turned like that. Like, we got like one or two new people, and it really was usually it was him showing off to her. And I don't know why he kept laying into me to show off, but he did. And it just did not help. It was not helping out with work. But I swallowed my pride and swallowed everything to keep working because I was finally where I wanted to be. And if I just stick it out, I'll eventually be able to go somewhere else. But then one of his projects went south. Not even a project I was really attached to all that much, just a little bit. And I became the scapegoat. I was the goat for it. And I got all the blame for it, and then I got laid off. And that effing destroyed me. I got laid off the day before the weekend of Christmas, so like the 23rd or the 24th. I got laid off right before Christmas. That Saturday, I grabbed a knife. I got really, really close to ending it all. And this is probably why I'm a bit more for gun control in a bit, because if I had a gun, it would have been over in 2 seconds. I had a knife, and did things I will not say, obviously, but was able to stop myself before I went too far, and did not die. Uh, I can't remember if those close to me could tell or not. The closest ones, because usually I talk to people a lot, but didn't die. This was around the first year of the channel. This was around the first year of the channel. I was getting really depressed with work because of how my boss was, and so we made the channel, and that was my outlet to. That was my outlet to just do things and actually feel productive with my life and just do something. So the channel did help. It definitely helped out. That was the first year of the channel. The December after we started doing the channel. So it was like a couple months into the channel. And just looking for work, doing the channel, looking for work, doing the channel. And over time, like, I can't get a damn job. Again, I can't do retail. Again, I can't do this and that. I applied for work in neuroscience, and I'm blackballed out. My boss told everyone I was a problem. I believe in hard work, in doing your job, and just being cordial to everybody and just do what needs to be done. And just doing your job and doing it right and doing it well. Just doing a good day's work. And I can't do a good day's work in retail. I can't do a good day's work in food. I can't do a good day's work in anything. And now I can't even do my own field because this son of a bitch of a boss used me as the scapegoat for everything. And I had nothing. I had no references I could use. I had nothing I could use. So I'm completely out of the field. I'm done. I love that field. It's my favorite thing. I couldn't do it. It freaking hurts. You want to just picture something you enjoy doing. Just, this is the thing you want to do. This is what you want with your life. And you can't do it. That's what happened. The strain of trying to get work and just not having it and just trying to keep things going. Eventually, it of course, it did a number on my relationship. And eventually, she gave up. She just gave up on us. And when that happened, I got the same knife. And I got a lot closer to the end. A lot closer. We're about, I'd say maybe, if I spent a little more time doing it, probably would have been done. Probably would have been gone. I took too long doing it to the point that I was able to calm down out of it and not finish. So that was during the second or third year of the channel. I'd say second year of the channel. I'm pretty sure it was the second year of the channel. That's all going on in the background. You can watch the videos, and you won't hear that in my voice. You won't see that. I'm keeping up the high tempo. I'm keeping up the happiness, I suppose. I'm keeping that up. maintaining that. Because that's what an entertainer does. So there were two attempts. There's only been two attempts. At some point, I resolved that even if I really wanted to do it again, I never would do it again. I made that promise to myself. I made it to Jinx. I made that promise that no matter how bad it gets, it's not going to happen. And it's gotten pretty bad sometimes, but I've not done it. And so now, let's see. As some of you know, I went back to school, got education, and just trying to, get there. I have 5 degrees to my name. I have 5 certificates to my name, maybe 6 or 7 soon, and degrees. Like I've been accumulating so much knowledge, and today I applied for a job, and hopefully I get it. Right now, the field is still a bit full. Like I'm in water now, and the field's a bit full, but what's happening there is everyone's retiring in 5 years, so I gotta wait 5 more years most likely, and I don't want to. I want to just get into it now. Maybe I should move somewhere into another state or something to just get the job already. I'm in California, like it's expensive to live here, and as you can guess, had to live at home. And here's the thing to talk about. What society expects from you, what your culture expects from you. I come from Filipinos, I come from Mexicans, and I come from America. And so what does society want from me? What does my culture want from me? What do they expect of me? When my father was 18, he got a job. And that's been his job his entire life. And he's really good at it. Makes good money at it. He's a lab technician. He's had one job and he's just been good at it. And that's great. So how could I not get a job at any point or keep a job at any point? That's one expectation I have failed by society and by my family. How can I not have a goddamn job and I'm 30? Another societal expectation is, and just one I had for myself, was having a family by now. I'm 30. I expected to be married by now and have kids by now. I thought I'd have a home by now. I thought I thought I'd be in my career right now, obviously. I remember when I was younger, I told myself, okay, I'm gonna have my job, I'm gonna be a big research guy, I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna, with that, hopefully find a girlfriend, then a wife, and then have kids. And if I fail that, maybe I can adopt? Like, this is not realizing that you can't adopt as a single parent. But maybe I can adopt when I'm 30 or something? Like, I want to have a family? I really want one? This is like when I'm in my early 20s, I was thinking this. Motorcycle in the background. I was thinking this when I was in my early 20s. Like, when I'm out of college and just like, I want a family. That's important to me. I don't have that. Obviously, I have a family. I have my dad and my sister. But it's not what I mean when I say I want a family, obviously. I want love and progeny. Like, I don't have that, which is unfortunate. The other thing is, I'm the joke. I'm the joke everyone makes. The 30-year-old who lives in their parents' basement. I'm that. I didn't want to be that. Who wants to be that? I didn't want to be that. But that's what I am. The 30-year-old neckbeard that lives in the parents' basement. It's not a basement. It's an apartment room. Same damn thing, though. 30. Not where I want to be. Society expects certain things of us. And for years, I've had to swallow it and take it in and be just have it eat me from inside. Let me give you another one. Uncle, he was it Rear Admiral? I think it was Rear Admiral, like second in command or third in command. He's a big guy. He paid his way through college. He had two jobs while he was in college. All that stuff, just all the hard work and climbing up kind of story going on there. And for him, his opinion is, you're an adult and you're not paying taxes. He should be legally allowed to shoot you. That is how he feels. He should be legally allowed to kill freeloaders. That's how he feels. He hates Obamacare. He hates just his feeling that's all freeloader stuff. And so obviously, since I don't have a job, I do feel like a freeloader. I feel like I'm not helping. Not helping through taxes, not helping anybody. Don't feel like I'm doing anything. I'm trying, but trying isn't good enough, as I have been told so many times in my life. Trying isn't good enough. You have to succeed. If you don't succeed, it doesn't matter. No one cares that you tried. They only care if you make it. That's probably why I care so much about, succeeding in matches and just winning them, right? It's supposed to be about the journey, but it's all about the end. And so, I got society telling me that. I got family telling me that. And it's the same thing with, who wants to date a guy who doesn't have a job, who lives at home? Who wants to date a guy that does that, right? Just the voices around me. I just hear them and I internalize them because I am all the things that everyone hates in my family. My family has a lot of get-togethers. And so it's a lot of talking, a lot of family talk and stuff like that. And they'll talk about politics, they'll talk about society, this and that. And I am exactly what they all hate. They never say it to me specifically, but I am. I'm what my uncle wants to shoot. I'm on Obamacare. The only reason why I'm able to have anything looked at is because of Obamacare. Because I don't have any money. It's not like I want to be here. Like, I want a goddamn job. I apply. I keep applying. I got education. I do all these things to try to get there. But it's not good enough until you succeed. It's like I'm supposed to just want to kill myself. Because I'm not contributing. Suicide rates are going up. Depression rates are going up. We like to blame it on the whole everyone's special thing that we've been teaching our kids, and that can be part of it, but is that really all of it? It's not bad to have expectation, but I don't know. Just all the expectation and the failure, it eats you up inside. I share this because I know I'm not the only one who feels some of these things. Probably not everything that I feel other people's feel. But there's some things some of y'all watching this will feel. And that's why there's the up part. So what is the up part? I think it's mostly that we're still alive. I'm still alive. What's important about being alive is it allows you potential, not just for more failure, but for more success. It allows you to get out of where you are. That's what's important. And that's what I have to cling to. As long as I'm alive, there are chances for there to be more. There's chances to succeed. There's chances to still have that family. There's chances to not live at home anymore. Chances to have a job, to live the dream. There's still a chance because I am not gone. Once I am in the ground, I'm not going anywhere except getting biologically spreading out because everything consumes everything, just go in a cycle. But once I'm in the ground, I'm not going anywhere. So I still have the potential to do something by being alive, by trying to do things. And that is the important thing, is trying. I don't understand why trying is not okay. Like, hey, at least you tried, as some sort of excuse. Still trying. Gotta make it. It's just when you're trying for years, everyone just thinks you're not actually trying at all. That is just an excuse. God damn it, I have tried. We have done this channel for nearly 4 years. It'll be 4 years in October. We're at 11,000 subs. We, of course, have slowed down on growth because we left Smite. Smite was the big grower there. We're not starting from zero, but we're starting from a low point once again, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's a point when you just have to do what you want to do, and you don't just tie yourself to something, especially if you don't enjoy it anymore. I just did not enjoy where Smite was going anymore. And seeing where it is now, I'm glad I left when I did, because if I was playing it now, I'd probably have a goddamn heart attack. But I will not discount those 3 years of Smite, or just the channel itself. We have created lots of laughs, we've made a lot of people happy with the channel. That's what's important. We have prevented 4 suicides with the channel. I made 2 attempts. We prevented 4 suicides. That changes your perspective a little bit when you find that out. When you've even saved 1 life. That changes your perspective. It made the channel more important. Although it was very important, it just made it a bigger thing. Definitely made it just a bigger thing. We've saved lives. That's huge. There's always, the thing is, joys and pain, they're all fleeting, I suppose. They're not always forever. There are moments when you're just really enjoying something. There's moments when you're not really enjoying something. But you forget those times, of course, over time. Like, you can tell from the shirt I'm wearing that, if you watch the loot box, when I did the loot box recently, I had a lot of joy with that. I had a lot of fun with that. That was yesterday. That was really fun to do. Unboxings are fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Still wearing the shirt because I took it off right after that. I was only wearing it for that, so let's just wear it for today, was my feeling. That's the thing. You have these moments of just joy. But when you have depression, it just makes it not matter. But the truth is, that did matter. Those high points are important. Those high points keep you going. Keep you going. What is the high point of this? Because I'm still talking solemnly? The high point of this is, I'm not the only one going through this shit. Some of you might be going through it, or you're going through your own thing. Maybe worse than me, maybe not as bad, but you're going through your own thing. And it's important not to give in to the darkness that it can lead you to. I think that's the most important thing to say from all this. It's important not to give in. Just think about it. If you've been a fan of this channel, think about the fact if I gave in the first time. This channel would have been gone after 2 months. Maybe came in later than that, and joined the work, or most recent work. This wouldn't be here if I killed myself the second time. And that's what happens if you go through with it. If you end yourself, is everything you could have done does not happen. All the joy you could create does not happen. Of course, there's also the pain you could cause. There's also a lot of other things you could do. But let's just focus on the positive, shall we? All the good things you could do will not happen. All the good things you could experience will not happen. And the pain that will come from you is 10 times worse if you do end yourself, think about the family member who has to walk in and find your body. That's the one that bugs me the most if I actually went through with it. That's the one that really bugs me. And then the friends who had no idea for who knows how long. You just disappeared. And maybe they find out later, or maybe they just have to assume it. You have the potential to cause a lot of joy and a lot of happiness and pain by still being alive. But you only have the potential to cause pain with your death. That's something I've learned and realized. So, no matter how hard it gets, you just gotta pull through it. You gotta push through it and just keep trying and keep doing whatever it is you need to do to get out of wherever you are. Now, of course, an argument from Jinx is it's not necessarily a bad thing to be where you are. That is just society saying that. There's no reason why you cannot be comfortable with yourself where you are. There's no reason why I can't be comfortable with myself where I am and still try. And that is a valid point. Like, it sucks being a 30-year-old still at home, don't have a job, don't have the things I want, but I don't have to let it get me down. I can just keep trying and not let it eat me up. This is a valid point. Whatever spot you are in life, wherever you are in life, maybe you're dealing with bullshit in high school, bullshit in college, maybe your parents aren't the best people, who knows. The one thing that is always true, which is both good and bad, is that nothing lasts forever. The bad things you go through does not always last forever, and the good things you have don't always last forever. Kids grow up, people die, things drift apart, things happen. But people come together as well, people reconnect. You have grandkids maybe, or you just take care of whatever kids. You can volunteer, you can be babysitter, whatever you want for the family side of things, whatever. There's always potential for something, and then when you're at your end, you're at your end, but potential, I suppose, is the key word here. There's potential for more. It won't always be the same. Like, I miss my girlfriend a lot, still. It's been years, and I still miss her. I wish I could have all that back. I still remember some of the times. And what's important there is just to remember the times and what you enjoyed. It hurts so much because it was so good. And that is true. It hurts missing her so much. Missing her hurts because I had great times with her. And I can have great times again. They won't be the same with whoever comes next or whatever comes next. But they don't have to be. You don't have to replace what you've lost. You can move on and do more. And just keep going and doing whatever. Just doing whatever. Just keep going and do something. I'm scared, though, that it's too late. And of course, you can argue, of course, it's not too late. You're only 30. And of course, that's a valid argument. Problem is, when you're depressed, you don't give a crap about valid arguments. And so when you are depressed, you have to just remind yourself, if you can even do that, that maybe this is fleeting at the moment and you can get out of it. I might be going in circles at this point, just talking about this again and again. Like, I'm just scared that I'm 30 now, so who's interested in a 30-year-old? Who's interested in a 30-year-old who still lives at home? Who's interested in a 30-year-old who doesn't have a job? And so, gotta get that jump so more people are interested in me. Gotta not live at home so more people are interested in me. Like, I'm 210. I'm got a lot of muscle, but I got a lot of weight on my, like, all the weight's on the stomach. It's all right there. So, I'm like Big Country, kind of, from, you ever see UFC, that guy? I'm like that. Like, I got muscle, but I got fat. I'm like, who wants a guy that looks like this? You know, there's all the body image as well. It's like, who wants these things? And the argument is, there's plenty of people out there. There's people who are into whatever the hell, or there's people who understand or are okay with this and that, and that's true. Problem is finding someone who's like that. It's a big world. 7 billion, 8 billion people. It's part of luck of finding those people, but it's also being in the right place that you can make it happen, I suppose. Obviously, this vlog is also just therapy for me to think about things, because this is reflection. This is reflection. The dream, and hopefully we succeed, maybe we won't, I don't know. The dream is, of course, the channel becoming a thing. Going higher and going farther, and being a big thing, hitting that 100K, hitting that 500K, hitting that 1 mil, hitting the 10 mil, hitting all those big numbers. The life goal, I think, for the channel, for me, is hitting that 1 million. That's just a great milestone. But the truth of the matter is, no, before I say that, the goal is to be the million, but I think the better goal is to be able to make a living doing it. Being able to make a living doing it for me and Jinx as well means we could just do so much more. We can dedicate ourselves to the craft even more so than we have, because we basically treat it like a job. I spend like 8-10 hours a day on the channel. Jinx does the same thing. We spend a lot of time on it. But being able to do it as a living means we don't have to worry about all these other things to distract us from doing the channel. And we can afford just better equipment, better connections, better this, better that. Just all these things. That is the goal of being able to have it as a living. And we're just working towards that. Gaining the skills and the mindset and all the things to be able to do all that. That is what we're trying to do. It'd just be great to hit that 1 million subs, because that means you're getting there, you know? But say we don't get the 1 million. Say we're not able to make it a live thing. A thing we do that we enjoy. That's already what it is, and so we've succeeded there in just doing something we enjoy, something we love, and actually having an impact with it. Because we do have an impact with it. We make people smile, we make people laugh, we have saved lives, for God's sakes. We have done things that we could never have done if we didn't do this. And that's what's important. This channel is something special. Plenty of channels are something special. But for us, we're doing something with this. That's what's so important. We're not as popular as we used to be. We're definitely not as popular. And that was the important thing, is if we're very popular, then that means we reach more people. We make more people happy and such. But we would have imploded if we kept doing Smite. That's my feeling on it. We would have imploded. Instead, we're just starting over, but at a stronger base. So it's like a freaking cookie clicker. We're starting at a stronger base after resetting, basically. Because we have more skills, more knowledge, more technology, and all that stuff starting over after 3 years. And we have some audience since then. Which has given us some pull, like Square Enix. Like, Square is talking to us. I'm so close to, like now, Indie Square is talking to us. I'm so close to main Square talking to us. If we wanted to, we could have gotten a copy of FF15, but I don't have a PS4, so I couldn't play it anyway. But I got us I got us Hitman, I got us Deus Ex, I got us what's coming up, the Turing Test. I got us some games because we got the numbers that we could actually talk to companies now. And you can say, we got us this, like, because, you need viewers for it. Like, together, we're at this point where I can talk to some companies and get some pull, where some indies are just sending me their games. Not a lot of them, but some are. We are making progress. And that is the important thing, progress. Of course, there are setbacks. The setback for us, of course, is our popularity has fallen back because we're not doing Smite anymore. And so that's a setback. We just have to deal with that and move forward beyond it. And the same thing goes for life. Setbacks keep happening. Setbacks keep freaking happening to me, right? And I have to just keep pushing through it and keep going through it and keep going. I am fortunate that my family has supported me, has let me live with them while trying to do something with my life. I am fortunate at that. I get in arguments with them and this and that. And that's because family's family. Family keep each other going. Some families, it's once you hit 18, you get kicked out. You got to do things on your own. Like some families like that. My family, it's not like that. It's a Filipino family. That's usually how it is in a Filipino family. You help each other out when you need help. My cousin, the Marine I've talked about before, he got divorced, and she gets half of his money, and he can't live on. He's a Marine. He can't live. You can't live on base. Not on base, but with base housing without a wife. So he got kicked out of his house because he wasn't married anymore. So my aunt and uncle took him in. That's the thing that my family does. My tree does. Is you take people in when they're in hard times. You take them in. So I am fortunate. If not for family, I'd probably be on the street, or I would be with maybe friends. I don't know where I'd be or what I'd be doing. But I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be making any of this. I'm fortunate. And that's something that in depression you feel guilty about, is despite people caring about you, you hate yourself so much. You still want to hurt yourself. And that compounds things even worse, which is a terrible thing that depression does. The fact of the matter is, this poem is probably one of the biggest truths about humanity itself, and that is, nobody likes being around a downer. Everyone likes being around someone who's happy and confident and all those things. And there was a time in my life when I was that, and I had a lot of friends. And then once I lost everything, I just stopped hanging out. I stopped being around people. Because I was ashamed of who I was. I'm ashamed of who I am. I'm not all these things I wanted to be. I'm not all these things that is socially accepted. In 20 minutes, I'm going to stream the Turing test on Twitch. And you're not going to see any of this on my face. I don't know. You would probably call it a mask, but it's time to entertain people and have fun. Because that's what people want to be around, of course, a fun person. So be fun, have fun, do fun. Turing test is a good game, and have fun doing that. I just have to turn off what I am right now to do that. My thing is, I'm of the belief that because it is very true, no one likes a downer, right? So let's do this other one. There was the social thing with, there was a little girl. She's dressed up all homeless. Nobody bugs her. Nobody gives a shit about her. When she's dressed up all nice, like this is her on the street. She's dressed up all nice. People are trying to find her parents. They had her go to a mall, to like a food court or whatever, and she's dressed up like a homeless kid, and people just treated her like shit. There's an old man who told her, "I don't want you to see you ever again." Just treating a little kid like shit. And that's the thing. We don't give a shit about the down people. We don't give a shit about the people who are not doing too well. We only care about the winners. We only care about the successful. That is not saying all of us, of course. That is saying we see that over and over and over again. But that's not everybody, obviously. If that was everyone, we wouldn't have charities, for God's sakes. We wouldn't have a thing called empathy, which is luckily we're capable of, right? There are people who care about the homeless. When a homeless man asks me for $1, he gets a goddamn dollar. If I have one, obviously. If I ain't got nothing, like, I'm sorry I don't have $1. I'm sorry, man. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't. I'm a step away from you, man. If I have $1, they get that damn dollar. I don't care if they're going to drink. I don't care. I'm doing better than them, fortunately. Not by much, but I'm doing better. So if I got $1, they get a goddamn dollar. That's me. People are like, well, they're going to use it for drinking. What do you think I was going to use it for? Not drinking? Probably drinking. Whatever. I don't. No, that's just a joke, but I'm going to use it to consume something. They're going to use it to consume something. I've done things. I've done, like, volunteering, like giving food to families, giving kids toys, like soup kit. I've done all those things. Give back sometimes. Not always fortunate. And the thing is, what's the audience on the internet? You know, the audience is teenagers. Teenagers don't give a shit. They don't know, right? Like, maybe young adults. I have one 65-year-old, as far as I know, if analytics are true. The majority is, youth. You got kids, teens, young adults, some adults. Like, as the years go by, of course, more of these teens become adults. So, YouTube will become a bigger thing, and maybe they'll finally get a competitor. But just varying degrees of people, varying places. We got English people, we got Russian people, we got everybody. We got everyone, everything, right? Some care, some don't. That's how it is. Some can see beyond themselves, some cannot. And it's not saying I'm more enlightened than you by saying I've done charity or any of that crap. No. That's just what I am. That's what I do. There are people who do charities to feel better about themselves. There's people who do charities to rub it in the face of other people that, oh, I've done charities. I've helped people. What have you done? Like, that's not the goal of doing a charity. The charity is to help people. And that was one of the things I want to say to turn this all around. That is, it's tough all over. That's a saying. It's usually used as an excuse for why you don't help someone. Like, someone's having a bad day, and maybe they're crying to you, and you say, dude, it's tough all over, man. Just whatever. And that's the truth. It is tough all over. And that's why we should help each other when we can. It's tough all over is not an excuse for why we shouldn't help each other. It's tough all over an excuse for why we should at least care about each other. Because we're all dealing with something. You now know some of the things I'm dealing with. Y'all are dealing with something else. I've said like some random ones, like maybe someone's dealing with poverty right now. Someone's dealing with student loans that are just hounding the fuck out of them. I have that. That sucks. Dealing with an abusive relationship, abusive parents, abusive boyfriend or girlfriend, abusive grandparent. Maybe your kids are really shitty. Like, we're all dealing with something that sucks. Maybe your job just sucks. I've seen that. People who their job's just slowly killing them. Or their marriage is slowly killing them. That was my cousin. It was slowly killing his ass. We all have something that we're dealing with. So it's tough all over. That doesn't mean we shouldn't care about each other, obviously. Because again, it's tough all over. What was the point of this whole thing, right? There's a few points. The one point was for me to reflect on myself. The other point was, when you're in the darkness of depression, don't give in. There's potential to do other things. There's potential to do more. Another one is, we all got it tough. That doesn't mean we shouldn't care about each other. Doesn't mean we shouldn't try to do shit with each other. I think those are the main points of this whole thing, is those things. Those three things. Maybe there's other points that I'm not realizing right now. Goddamn, garbage truck in the background. Maybe there's probably more points, obviously, but those are three that come to mind right now. So that's the vlog for this week. Just birthday vlog. You'll see me around. I'll probably be streaming Friday, streaming Saturday, streaming. I'm not going to stream Sunday. Shit, I'm going to SeaWorld Sunday. Going to SeaWorld. Took the longest time to realize those guys are those Shamus are just stuck there and all they do is do flips. Took me a long time to realize, man, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? I get why people are against Shamu and all that stuff. But we're going to SeaWorld. Haven't been there in literally maybe 12 years, maybe even longer than that. Besides trying to get a job there. By the way, if you're not a pretty person, don't even apply for SeaWorld. They have a pretty person policy. You have to look pretty to work there. What one of my cousins told me when they worked there for a while, I was like, they have they don't tell you that, obviously, because they're not supposed to, but they do have a thing where if you don't look nice, if you're not good on the eyes, you won't get hired. That's just a policy they have that they don't tell you because, well, that's got to be illegal. I'm gonna go check out SeaWorld on Sunday, so I'm gonna have fun there. Probably take pictures, send them on Twitter and all that stuff, like I did with Disneyland and everything. And we're just going to keep going. And next week's vlog, we'll see what that's about. Probably just talk about the channel and future plans and stuff like that. But this was the birthday vlog. And it's not about having fun with this one, obviously. But hopefully it was something helpful to somebody. And the fear is that only maybe only like 50 people even look at the video, and maybe only nobody gets to the end of this goddamn thing. I can think of at least 3 or 4 of you guys who might sit all the way through the end of this thing. So I thank you for that. But yeah, and that's why I said don't comment until the end, because there's so much I'm saying in this thing. So I don't know what you guys will say if you say anything. I don't know. This is a different thing. It's not a common thing, obviously. We usually more upbeat, usually. It's my goddamn birthday, so it's time to reflect a little bit. And the hard part is being truthful and realizing just some of the things. Realizing how much of your depression is bullshit. That's the hard one. That's one of the hard ones. The other one is realizing whatever pride you have might be bullshit as well. For me, I don't have pride in shit right now. So it's mostly just what bullshit is there in my depression. So it's not about, I hope you had fun watching this, obviously, but I hope it meant something to you. Or it will help you either now or sometime in the future if things get tough. I think that's really the goal. Is that you're not the only one dealing with something. That's what's important. That you don't think the world's against you. Though sometimes it really feels like it is. The bus in the background. So, that is the vlog. Turing test in 8 minutes. That is the vlog right there. I hope it was something for you. And whatever you think, let me know. So, thanks for coming by, and I'll see you next time in a future thing. Whatever you enjoy watching, see you in the future.